Hello!
Hello, AOS fans!
It's the Agents of Beatgrave.
And tonight I'm bringing the Condemnors.
Ooh, and I'm going to be the Wild Hunt.
Ah!
So Condemnors, you're trotting them out again?
Yeah, to be honest, I think they're very good.
Bit rubbish, really.
But I didn't want to play... We still haven't got the new warbands because
No.
this is the pre-orders are out and we pre-ordered them, but they haven't arrived yet.
Yeah.
So we haven't got those. So I don't know. I wanted to play something different. I said I'd go back to them. I think they've taken a battering. I don't think there's any new great cards for them in the new cards.
Not
they took a
masses.
battering in the last FAR, mainly because of losing Blazing Stars being restricted. That's a really good card for them, and I think they lost one of the distractions as well, which is the way I was playing them.
And they don't really gain very much from any of the new cards that have come along.
I don't think so. So I don't think they're in that good a place. And I deliberately have avoided, I'll tell you up front, going for like a drawing fast through, digging deep and all that kind of stuff. Because, I don't know, you can play it that way, and competitively they might be more competitive that way, but I don't think it's that exciting. So I wanted to try something a little bit different. Yeah,
and we are trying to record stuff that everybody, all you boys and girls at home, are going to enjoy watching. So, we're not going to go for those things. They might win tournaments, but that's why we never really played tome decks or any of those kind of things, because we want to have fun games for you guys.
And to be fair, I don't think doing it that way with Condemnors will win any tournaments anyway, because they're not. There's other people who are better at it than they are.
Yeah.
So, hopefully it'll be fun. And I did say I was going to try and use the poison objectives. Hopefully you'll see that later.
Okay, we'll see if that happens.
Yeah.
For my hunt deck, I've gone completely nuts with it. I've gone a very specific route, and it's probably going to go horribly badly, but we'll see. It's something we've never tried.
Really? Okay.
Well, that's because it's got a load of new cards.
You've got quarry deck.
No, it's not quite quarry. Not quite quarry. Not quite.
Curry deck.
It's not a curry deck. It's
Curry
a corner
horse.
deck.
No. Okay. All right.
So we'll see you in the Beatgrave. Hello!
Hello, everybody!
We're all sap and ready to rock and roll.
We are indeed.
I won. No, you won, and you chose to place the board orientation. So I've got 3 objectives over here, and you've got 2 on your side, and placed them like such on lethal hexes.
I've got a bad feeling about this, but we'll see how we go.
I don't think I've ever played with the hunt, so it'll be interesting to see how it goes.
Fun. I thought about taking the hunt because I have enjoyed the games we played with them, but I thought I did say I'd go back to the Condemnors, so I'll give it a try before we get into.
This is the last game they play before they get back in the box.
Yeah, we'll give it a go.
Okay,
you never know. Maybe season 4 will bring out some amazing cards for
you.
them.
Never know. It won't, but you never know. So here we go. Well, it's time to roll to see who gets to go first.
I got one single, one double, but I do get a crit because I finish it up first.
And one of each.
One of each. Also, you need a crit with this dice. Oh no, it'll only equal.
It'll only equal, but then we'll have to re-roll. No. So it's up to you.
Oh, I don't know. What's your inspire condition?
I have to charge.
Okay. So you can't inspire till next turn, can you? In that case, I think I'm going to let you go first.
So for my first activation, I'm just going to move. I'm going to move Carthaean Hunt Caller. 1, 2, 3.
Sneaky.
And in the power step, I'm going to play Quick Search and draw 2 power cards.
In response to your quick search, I'm going to play Unnatural Truce.
Okay, so you pick up 2 and I pick up 1. At the risk of ridiculousness, I'm going to play Unnatural Truce as well. Back to you.
I'm not going to play anything at this point.
Okay, I am going to get even more ridiculous, I think, and I'm going to get rid of the Armbone Sword and play Frenzied Search. Draw another 3 cards. Back to you.
I've got nothing.
Okay, I've got nothing else right now to do.
It's quite risky. first activation, I'm going to make a charge with Gwyn.
Gwyn and Surge.
So 1, 2, 3 to there.
Oh dear.
So it's 3 hammers.
Did she do 3 damage?
No, it's just 2 damage.
Oh, okay.
Brodus is 3 damage.
Ooh. I did not think that through fully.
Oops. D6. That's 2 hammers.
2 hammers and a
Crit would be nice.
Ooh. 2 hammers, so I do need a crit. No.
Do you not get 2 damage?
Just one on uninspired.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm going to push Skaeth into. I'm moving Skaeth into the lethal hex.
Ouchie.
Well.
There's 3 wounds on him. Oh dear. Already in trouble.
Power step. I'm going to play Distraction on Skaeth.
No.
Anything for you?
I'm going to play 2 steps forward. I'm going to move Shark away from those lethals. And
Skaeth.
Skaeth, sorry, yep. And I'm going to move the bow lady onto that objective there. Back to you.
I can move somebody, can't I?
You can, yep.
I'm going to move Brodus to there.
Okay.
Anything else?
No, I've got nothing else at the moment to do.
Okay. I'm going to play Nightmare in the Shadows.
Ooh.
And just put Alpha and back to there.
Interesting. Okay, so onto my second activation then, and I'm going to charge with Skaeth the Huntsman. He's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to there. And he's going to throw his javelin at Brodus. So it's 2 hammers and 1 damage, but if I roll a... It's plus 1 damage if it's part of a charge, so it's 2 damage. Awesome. Good job there. Good job. But I do score Bold Conquest, which I score immediately after an activation if my leader makes a charge action and he's holding an objective. And I also score Swift Capture.
Clever. Clever girl.
And in the power step, I'm going to put Sudden Gawos onto Skaeth. Over to you.
I'm going to play Outflank.
Ooh.
I'm going to choose a friendly fighter, project to another fighter, push them up to 2 hexes. I'm going to push 1, 2 to there.
Okay. I'm not sure this is going to matter, so I'm going to do it. I'm going to use Distraction and distract him into the lethal hex and do a wound to him.
Okay.
Back to you.
Okay. I've got nothing else.
On to your second activation then.
The second activation, I'm going to charge with Brodus. He's going to go 1, 2, 3 round to there. There's 2 hammers. Oh, it's a crit.
Oh dearie me.
Oh no, so
that's
that's
a dead
3
Skaeth.
damage.
It's a dead Skaeth. Now he did roll a crit, so he does inspire.
Oh, he does, thank you. Oh, well, I'll take the rough with the smooth.
Could be worse.
Yeah.
Anything in your power step?
No.
Okay, I don't know, this is going to be a bit mental I think, but I'm going to play Mischievous Spirits. I'm going to move Brodus onto there, or I'm going to move that one under Brodus, so it's over to you to move an objective.
I'm going to move that one onto the lethal.
Oh, interesting.
Do that, can't I? Do it the other way around.
Yeah, or else we'll forget about the lethal.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to move this one under there and here, I think.
I'll bring this one this way.
I'll shove that one forward, one to there.
Okay.
Back to you.
I have nothing at the moment.
And then I'm going to play Lethal Ward and do a wound to Brodus. Got 2 wounds.
Okay, I didn't do what I was thinking of doing then. 2 wounds, so puts him on 2, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to use Unyielding Resolve, which is basically a healing potion.
No!
I nearly did to get rid of that 1 wound. So now I feel. So basically, if I get a shield or a crit, it's 2 wounds, otherwise it's 1. Shield.
Shit. Basically.
I'm so bloody lucky.
Shit. Well, I was fucked either way when you did that. My whole plan has come crumbling down.
Was it?
Yes. So onto my second activation, my third activation rather. And I'm going to charge with Shiok. It's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4 to there. So he rolls 2 hammers and does 2 damage. Ooh, that was very nearly not anything at all. Well, there we go.
I don't know why you play this game with me.
I don't know either, to be honest. In the power step, I haven't got anything I want to do right now.
Neither have I.
Your third go.
I'm going to draw a card.
Oh.
I've got nothing to play.
No, I've got nothing to play either. So on to my fourth and final go. I'm just going to charge with Altheian. 1, 2 to there.
Into the lethal hex.
Yeah, so she's going to take a wound.
Okay.
I figure you're mostly one-shotting my guys anyway, so 1 wound doesn't make a difference very much, I don't think. And it's 2 hammers and 1 damage. Hammer and a crit. So you can't stop it,
so
but you can possibly roll a crit to inspire.
Yeah. I just think Brodus is really inspired because he's rolled 3 crits. Because he's rolled a crit and then a double crit.
I think that then uninspires
no, but then it would
him. Yeah.
It would re-inspire him though.
And I'm going to push you back to there.
Okay.
So she gets a charge token. And I've got nothing to do with my power step.
I'm going to play the Amberbone Spear on Tavian.
Okay.
So my 4th activation, I am going to charge with Tavian. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3 to there.
Oh dear, the pussycat may not be long.
2 hammers, 2 hammers the spear.
2 hammers, 2 damage, 2 range,
2 hammers, 2 damage, keep moving.
2 glory.
2 hammers.
Where's my crits, eh? Nah, rubbish.
So 2 damage,
Dead cat.
2 glory.
Anything in your power step?
No.
I'm going to put the Cryptic Companion on Altheian. So we're on to the end phase then. And I do score glory for the Cryptic Companion.
Oh yeah.
I'm going to get rid of Brought to Bay, which is take out an enemy fighter in their own territory after an attack. I'm going to keep my other 2, so I'm going to draw 1 objective. And of my power cards, I'm going to get rid of Hunting Aspect, which is the cat upgrade. And I'm going to keep the other 2, so I'm going to draw 3 power cards. So over to you.
I've scored team effort and solid gains. I'm going to get rid of Forceful Banishment, I think, which is the one where I have to drive somebody back because my attacks are just too powerful for you.
I'm just too weak. I can't help but just kill you all the time.
Now I've killed Big Man. I think nearly everything else kills you. I'm going to play the Sanctified Armour on Brodus.
What's that do?
That's -1 damage to a minimum of 1.
Nice.
And I'm going to put Prized Vendetta on Gwyn. And I'm going to choose Altheian.
The bow lady.
I've got 1 power card left, so I'm going to draw 4 new power cards and 3 new objectives.
So round 2, it's on a roll, so the Wild Hunt gets a double, and that's it. So over to you, going first, I presume?
Yeah, I'll go first.
Yeah. Who are you going to clobber in the face first?
Well, I'm going to clobber Shale because he's right there.
Yep, true.
2 hammers, 3 damage.
Ooh, no.
Nothing.
You suck.
I do. Should put Prized Vendetta on him.
Haha.
Power step, I'm going to play Leadbone Dust on him.
Ooh, what's that do?
It's choose 1 enemy fighter adjacent to 1 or more friendly fighters. Give the chosen fighter 1 move token. In addition, the attack actions that target the chosen fighter have ensnare.
Nice.
This persists until the fighter is taken out of action or the end of the round.
I'm going to put the Spectral Armour on Altheian. Back to you.
I'm going to put Claws of the Urgrub on Brightbrain.
I have nothing else that I want to do.
I'm going to put the Enchanted Robes on Gwyn Ironsoul, which is +1 move, and I treat lethal hexes as normal hexes.
Okay.
I'm going to put the Potion of Rage on Brodus.
Brutus Warband.
Which means we've now played 5 power cards, which means I've scored Frantic Exchange.
So onto my first activation, I might as well just hit you with Shout before he dies.
Okay.
So it's 3 hammers, 2 damage and cleave.
It's not bad.
Yeah, but he won't leave around long. 2 hammers, so you do need a crit. Here it comes. There you go. That's it.
I'm sorry, I just...
Nothing in my power step. Your second go.
Well, I'm going to hit you with Brodus.
Yeah.
I'm going to use the Potion of Rage. So it's 4 dice.
That's crit.
4 crits, 4 hammers, 3 hammers and a crit.
Oh, he's dead.
Oh, yeah, because you can't reroll, even if you reroll it twice.
Yep.
That's 3 damage. So that is a strong start as well scored. So that's an extra. That's 2 glory.
Nice. Anything in your power step?
No.
Okay, for my third go, I'm just going to blow the horn with Carthaean. Tootle toot. And nothing in my power step.
I've got nothing else in the power step.
Okay.
I'll make a charge action with Gwyn. Sure, because she moves 4 now, so she'll go 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay.
To there, and I can re-roll any attacks.
Yep. So it's 3 dice?
It's 3 dice.
Okay.
It's 1 hammer, but I can re-roll these 2. 2 hammers.
2 hammers, so I do need a crit or she's dead. I've got 2
no,
dice.
No, only 2 damage.
Yeah, she's only got 2 wounds left.
Oh, okay. Oh, sorry, I hadn't realised.
Nope, and I do get to re-roll 1. So I do need to crit on this roll. Thane's dead.
Do they both re-roll defense dice?
Yep. It doesn't matter, she's dead.
Okay.
There's another glory for you.
Okay, thank you. Well, actually 2 glory because I've scored Wrathful Blow, which just takes something out when you've taken a wound.
Cool.
It's not really, is it, Pete?
Not really. Anything in your power step?
No.
No. Okay, I've got nothing either. So on my last go, I'm just going to charge with Carthaean. 1, 2, 3, 4 to there. Actually, I'll charge to there. I don't think it's going to make much odds. So he rolls 2 hammers, and I've got his tooty horn that I can use. Well, I won't hammer a crit.
You have to use it, I think.
I can re-roll any number of dice in the next attack roll, so I don't have to.
You don't have to, but you have to use.
Yeah, sorry,
you have to use the token.
Yeah, the token's gone.
Yeah,
but I'm not re-rolling any of those.
That's fine. That's fine. So that's
So that's 1 dice. You can try to get a crit to inspire.
Oh yes.
No, so that's 2 wounds on him, and I'll push him back 1. Might as well.
Okay.
And nothing in my power step.
Okie doke. 4th activation. Make a charge action with Tavian. Go 1, 2, 3 to there. I'm going to use the Storm Smite Mace, which is 3 hammers, 2 damage.
Okay.
2 hammers.
2 hammers. So that's 2. Oh, he does roll 2 dodge to start with. Nope. So that's 2 wounds.
2 wounds. I'm going to leave him there.
Okay.
I am going to play Euphoric Dust.
I don't know what that means.
Well, it doesn't really make any difference actually, because it's actually not very good. It's choose 1 enemy fighter adjacent to 1 or more friendly fighters, -1 defence from that enemy fighter until the next power step. I don't realise they're leaving a power step. Normally they're till the end of the round.
Oh yeah.
Which the next power step is a bit rubbish. I probably wouldn't pick that one again. But
although that goes to the next power step, so we've got the end phase, and then depending on if you get first,
that's true.
first
That's
next
true.
round,
Sorry,
then
yeah, all right. Yeah, I hadn't thought of that. So actually, that was a good time to play it, fortuitously, which must really thrill you.
Loving it. Okay. Anything in your power step?
No.
Okay, nothing for me either. So we're on to the end phase, and you went first.
Okay. I've just scored the Master Poisoner.
Ooh. That's 1 glory.
It's 1 glory, yeah.
Nice one. And what are you going to do with the rest?
I'm going to keep. I'll keep them both. Just draw 1 new one, and I'm going to draw. I'm going to draw 5 new power cards.
I have scored Cry of the Wild, which is a dual card scoring an end phase if a friendly Carthaean made the hunting horn action in the previous phase. And there's a surviving Carthaean, and then with that I score Meticulous Strategy, which is scoring an end phase if I've scored 3 or more dual objective cards, which I have.
Nicely done.
So I scored Cry of the Wild, and earlier I scored Swift Capture and Bold Conquest.
Nicely done.
So I get 3 glory
It's
for
quite
that.
a nice little card, that one, I think. I think for certain warbands there's some good synergies.
I'm going to keep my last objective, although I'm not sure it will come in much use, so I'm going to play Strength of Terror and Hunter's Talisman on him.
So what do? I can never remember.
So Strength of Terror basically makes him a quarry and gives him +1 dice to his attacks, and Hunter's Talisman is the +1 dice, and I get the reroll if you're a quarry, but you're not.
No.
So it's basically +2 dice. I'm going to get rid of Collapse because I can't play that one. So I'm going to draw up 2 objectives and 4 power cards. So it's on to the third and final round. Let's roll and see who got what. Wow, okay. Well, those crits when I needed them. Okay. I will go first.
Okie dokie.
So I'm just going to go 1, 2, 3, 4 and run over and away in that direction a bit. And in my power step, I'm going to play Hunting Concert, which is push up to 2 friendly fighters, 1 hex each. I'm going to shove him back 1 more to there.
Okie
in the power step then I'm just going to put the mandibles of the grub on him. Over to you in the power step.
Power step, I have nothing.
Okay, on to your first activation.
First activation, I'm going to draw a card.
Okay, I'm going to score Show of Force immediately after that, which is 1 or more friendly fighters has 3 or more upgrades. Okay, so it's on to your second go.
My second go, I'm going to get rid of an objective, unexpected pitfall.
Okay.
And then redraw 1.
And anything in your power step?
No.
Okay, nothing for me either. So on to my second go. I'm going to get rid of Hunt's End, which is a hybrid score if there is an enemy fight with wound characteristic 4 more out of action, which there isn't. Or I'm holding 3 objectives, which I'm not going to do. And I'll draw my next objective card.
So my third go, I'm not going to play anything. My third go, I'm going to draw a card.
Okay. And nothing in your power step?
No.
We've kind of lost track of time at the minute, but it's my third activation. I'm going to get rid of Unexpected Pitfall. I'm going to pick up this new card, which I do not want at all.
It's only important. I'm going to skip a go that I seem to have taken an extra one, because it is important that I go last, if that makes sense.
Yes,
you went
I
first.
did. I definitely went first because I was running away from you.
I'm going to attack you with my last go, and I probably wouldn't bother if you could attack me back.
And on my fourth and final go, I am going to get rid of Gathered Momentum, which I've just picked up because I cannot score that. And I'm going to draw my last objective, which I do not want. Oh, that's annoying. That's really annoying. Picked up the Avatar Risen right at the end. I've got both of the other upgrades in my hand, and I've got 1 glory. So I can't do much about that.
Okay, I'm going to rub salt into the wound.
So last go, what you're going to play your upgrades?
I'm going to play my 2 remaining Urgrub upgrades.
Okay, and then your fourth go, you're going to charge in Smash in the face?
Yeah. And I'm going to play Spectral Wings.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Final go. So it's 3 hammers, 2 hammers, 3 damage.
And you've got Ensnare.
And I've got Ensnare, yes. A crit.
Which I needed anyway.
Oh yeah.
No.
So that's 3 damage, I'm afraid.
I don't remember rolling any crits for any of my defences, and I'm not sure if I rolled any for any of my attacks this game. But there we go. So he's dead and you get another glory.
And then I'm going to put... I've got completely lost track of what's going on here, but I think I've got to turn up a couple of... I'm going to play Blazing Soul on Gwyn.
Okay. Okay. So we're on the end phase, and I went first. So I didn't score anything at the end because I thought I was near scoring set the tempo, but as it turns out I was 1 card away from it, and if I'd got any one of my other cards I would have got that as well. But it's only 3 glory, so I certainly haven't won because I've only got 7 in total. I
have scored the Avatar Rises.
Yeah.
Because Probus is an Avatar. That's 3. And I've scored a Etheric Mastery, which is if there are 2 or more surviving friendly fighters, and all friendly fighters in... Oh, I don't score that.
You don't score because Tavian's not inspired.
Dead. So I don't score that because I can't read. But I do score Vengeance Satisfy. I score this in end phase with more than half the fighters in 1 or more enemy warbands are out of action.
And how many is that?
2. So I scored 5.
So you scored 17 in total to my 7. That game didn't go well for me. Losing Shayok at the start didn't help.
Scared, but yeah.
Sorry, I keep saying those. So
no, I get them the wrong way too.
So the wrong way. I didn't get the cards out in the order I wanted, because I had cards which are like get on the other side and kill people, which...
As soon as you come up against Condemnors, though, anything, it's like when you have that sort of word and you bring out the worm spout or Hrothgorn, it's like... Oh.
Yeah. But I wouldn't mind if they were in a different order, because I had other cards that I could have scored.
Right.
Because I had cards like Cry of the Wind, which is Carthaean blowing his horn, and I had things about standing on 3 objectives. That one didn't come out till I had 1 person left. I had things about holding an objective without having any mood tokens. I could have scored that one. I had a lot of other cards. Had they come out earlier, would have been better for me to then start the ball rolling. So it just they came out.
I need to read my cards because I would have charged with Tavian if I'd read Earthquake Mastery properly. I just thought it was to have 2 inspired, but to have all of them inspired and at least 2 alive.
Ah, right.
So I would have charged with that because there would have been a possibility it might have inspired.
Possibly, yeah.
But I was worried about you killing somebody and something generating because I knew I had 5 in the bag.
I'm not sure with my dice you need to worry about me killing anything, is the only thing I'll say on that one. So this is my attempt.
Oh, no,
See, look, a crit and a hammer.
Crit and a hammer.
Look, a crit and a hammer. And a theoretical defence roll would have been, so yeah, dice did not come off with me in that game.
No, which is funny because your cards almost leaded them less, except you did need to not die.
I need to not die. I needed to kill 1 person because right at the start, if I could have killed one of your guys, I had Swift Capture and Bold Conquest, which I scored, and then I had Brought to Bay, which is kill someone.
Right.
If I'd have got Brought to Bay off as well, I had Meticulous Strategy at that point, which was score 3 or more dual cards. I would have scored that one as well, so I would have had more glory coming in, more stuff on the way towards getting set.
It's
the
an
tempo.
interesting build. Those cards are much more interesting than Combination Strikes, Opening Gambit.
Yeah,
they're much more. You've got a lot more.
Got things to do. You've got things to think about. All that kind of stuff.
So a lot more trouble, but I think obviously therefore it's got a lot more chance of going belly up.
And I got double screwed because I had 2 wounds on Brodus, and to get one of those wounds on him, I had to use Mischievous Spirits and then the dual wound someone on an objective, which meant I then lost Carthaean on the objective he was on. And then you healed the wounds that I caused on you. So
it was just mean.
Because if that hadn't happened, if I hadn't lost Carthaean off that objective, I would have given him the Cryptic Companion one, and that would have freed up the archery lady to go and do some other stuff instead. But then I had to then move her onto something, and of course you had to charge with them to get them inspired. Which is a real toughie for the hunt. That condition.
I'm not sure how good Cryptic Companion is a card for the hunt, because to inspire them, they need to charge, and they're very brittle. I mean, it's all right if you're right at the back, I suppose, but I think you don't really their asset is their mobility. Yeah. And if you're kind of relying on them to. Yeah. Maybe I mean I don't know. Maybe it's okay because you're likely to score 1 glory. So there's an argument to say the Cryptic Companion is good, whatever you do, because it's liable in pretty much any warband. It's liable at some point to score your glory.
Possibly, and I had the card which is Carthaean tooting his horn and being alive. So I was planning on keeping him back, and then having him toot his horn and have that, and then just sort of slowly building that up whilst I went around doing all the other stuff. But then as I couldn't do anything,
of course, this is my 3 distraction.
So my chances were lower.
Deck, yeah. I thought you were going for Temporary Victory or Quick, the other one that's 2. So I was trying to keep you off the objectives, but then you presented Skaeth, and if you hadn't moved him with 2 steps forward, he was dead because I had 2 distractions in hand. Yeah.
That's why I thought I've got to get him out of the way of all those lethal hexes. I kind of screwed up a bit by putting him there right next to the lethal hex, and possibly I should have put him further back and put one of the other slightly more sacrificial lambs up front, possibly. But yeah. Yeah,
I need to change this deck a little bit. There's a couple of it's got Unexpected Pitfall in there, but he hasn't really got many opportunities to actually score it. So I think
you've got to kill somebody with either a ploy, a gambit, or a lethal hex.
I think it's a hangover from when I had more. Well, I've still got 3 distractions, but I just don't. I think the rest of it isn't. It's just not quite there. I don't know.
I mean, if I hadn't moved, Skaeth.
True. Yeah, but I didn't have it in my hand. Yeah, but you're right. Maybe. I think I probably had it in because I got 3 distractions. But the problem with the card is, or with these guys, is I really don't want too many lethal hexes around because, that's the sort of thing that finishes them off.
I couldn't remember if I had calculated risk in here for an easy surge. So I picked the one that had 1 lethal on my side, just in case. On reflection, I'm not sure I would, because the less lethals I've got near my fight, the better overall, I think. But yeah, that's just the way it goes, I guess. I like the idea of having a deck with things like set the tempo and stuff like that in it. And what's the other one? Meticulous strategy. Just because it makes the games a bit more interesting. And we were talking on our Patreon Discord today about how there's like a third way of playing there. You've got filthy casual, you've got like competitive scene, and then you've got like this third way, which is coming up with these kind of decks where you can take lots of really random cards and challenge yourself to see how you can, if you can score them, that kind of thing. And I think had these cards come out in a slightly different order, it might have been a slightly better.
Yeah, so judging by your face at the end of round 2, I'm not sure it is more fun.
Well, it wasn't that time, I'll say that. But then you rolled like 4 crits in a row at one point, I think. You like rolled a crit on one, you rolled double crit on the next one, and then a crit on the next one after that.
I rolled a crit to attack and then a double crit in the defend roll.
I think you rolled a crit either in the dice roll before or the dice roll
ironically,
afterwards.
the only person who rolled crits was Brodus, so the other 2 didn't inspire.
Yes, but there we go. C'est la vie, such is the way. I mean, I can't have it all, and I did win our other game tonight, so you know.
Yeah, I don't really know whether this deck is. I don't know where to go with it now, because I think I probably need to play it again, because like you say, I had all the luck and you had none of it, and it's one of those situations where you can't quite tell whether the deck is good or not.
You can't make a call because you just don't know.
No, I do feel like I almost need like a big whiteboard with like flow charts on it to see which which of the duels and the hybrids and which warbands make the best use of them.
Well, I basically, when I built this deck, I went through to start with to see which warbands actually have either hybrid or dual warband specific cards.
Yeah, because I think sadly,
and there's not many.
It rules out
a lot.
Previous 2 seasons.
Yeah, all the previous
probably
2.
A reasonable chunk of. I wonder whether Lady Harrows might be quite good at it. I feel like they've got some.
I'd have to go back and look at them, possibly, but then I think one of theirs was. One of the hybrids has been restricted, which is hold. One of the dual ones is restricted. Hold objective, an odd number and an even number objective. So
right, so yeah, because I briefly flirted with it with these guys, and then I looked at what their dual ones were. Oh, whatever, it's like, but they're rubbish.
Yeah, they're terrible. And I think maybe Morgweth's Blade Coven. I don't know what duals and hybrids they've got, but I'm gonna have to look at those when they come around, and we'll see how they play.
Yeah, be interesting when the Night Vault cards single out whether those type of plays are better or worse.
Yeah,
because they'll be better in some ways because there'll be less options. So they might be the better of a worse bunch, but it may be harder to actually score the bloody things with less ploys and gambits.
Yeah, I do think that right now there's a lot of very good Night Vault cards that you're just going to always take whilst they're around. Things like sudden growth.
Yes,
nearly always gets taken, and of course that's going to disappear. And Potion of Rage, that's going to disappear.
I've actually been trying to a little bit, if it's a choice, 50-50 choice when I'm doing the cards, is to not take the Night Vault ones to prepare myself.
Try to start weaning yourself off of them.
Yeah.
Because it's things like you're going to lose Martyred, you're going to lose Strong Start. There's a lot of Night Vault cards that are really nice that we're going to start losing. Obviously, you're going to lose Combination Strikes, and you're going to lose. Oh no, we use Combination Strikes.
Yeah.
Is that a Night Vault one? Yeah. Okay. So you're going to lose Combination Strike as well.
You've got aggressive strategies, kind of almost a straight swap, but it's not as easy to score.
But it's not as easy, and I kind of like that.
Yeah,
because it means people are going to have to start trying harder, and it's not just going to be easy wins.
I think that's where you can see that the game is developing. So I think there's nothing wrong necessarily with Combination Strike as a design idea, except they then made the surge cards too easy.
Yeah.
And the aggressive strategy is like, well, this is harder. This could brick more easily.
Yeah.
You've got to put more of an investment into making sure you score 5 surge cards. You can't just score 2 and get full glory for it. You've got to really work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping that really starts to make things more interesting, and just a bit more different, basically.
A bit more different.
A bit more different.
Yeah, a bit different. Well, next time we should have 1 or 2 new warbands.
Yeah.
Or we'll have them both, but I don't know if we're going to play them off against each other or whether we're going to mix and match it. We haven't decided yet, have we? But
we haven't decided, and by the time we get around to recording it, people might start to have stuff appearing online, so maybe we'll see what everyone else is doing and try and fill some gaps in with some other stuff, but we'll see how we feel, basically.
Yeah, whatever.
If
we'll
we
just play them against the Escher.
Well, and I'm going to shoot with my bolter. Hang on. It's probably about 6 dice, so I'll roll 6 attack dice. Probably an innate crit as well, because it's a bolt gun after all.
Yeah, and you'd still miss.
Yeah, I still would. Yeah, that's true. That is true. So we'll see you soon in the Beastgrave, hopefully with some new spanky, shiny new warbands. Bye.